Hello there. Cheers to Saturday. Today is Saturday, the 2nd of April, 2022. I am recording the week ahead reading for Monday, the 4th of April to Sunday, the 10th of April. I have some lemon balm tea here. Lemon balm is supposed to be good to bring joy back to your life and to increase the positivity that you have inside of you. And it says on this little paper here that comes on the tea bag, from a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow. And this is a quote by Aeschylus. So I thought originally I thought I was going to use my Starseed Akashic Tarot and my Starseed Oracle deck and maybe channel some energy from the Lemurians and, light beings like the Azaz and the Palladians, the Arcturians, those little energies. Not really, they're actually really big energies, but as I said in my last video, which you may or may not have seen, it's for the moon cycle starting April 1st. It's a monthly reading by zodiac sign. It's a short reading for each sign, about 5 to 7 minutes. But I was saying that I want to get back to basics, get back to simple, and that doesn't mean that I won't use, because right now I'm going to be using my Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. And what I felt with this deck was that for this week at least, we're going to keep it a little bit more simple. And I feel like visually seeing a traditional card for each day of the week will keep it firmer in your mind instead of using a tarot deck that maybe you don't really know that well, or images that aren't really familiar, So I have my new moon spritzer here in my mime cup or my jester cup. And as you know, I have my lemon balm tea. And this is actually in a cup I got from the dollar store at Halloween. I use it all the time. It's super heavy duty. Oh, and I got this really cool coaster from an Etsy shop called Hum from the Hill. I can link it down below in the description bar if you want. It's a really cool coaster. I got a set of 4 and they're all different, but they're all this type of art. So I have my tea on the coaster. All right, so let's get some cards for Monday, the 4th of April, 2022 to Sunday, the 10th of April, 2022. Oh, all right. And my intention is in my mind for, what I want, but I do want the universe to bless us with insight that will help us. It's not about foretelling the future. It's not about that. It's about acknowledging present energies each day in order to better operate through our day, I mean, it's great, if somebody can tell you your future, but, your future is not set in stone, and somebody could tell you your future is this, let's say your future is, let's say your future is the death card, and you know, there's a difference between having the death card as a card that is influencing and having the death card as a card that is your outcome. Because ultimately you can change that outcome. And even if it does come true for you, you can change how you see that outcome so that it's always positive. So for me, when I hear tarot readers, and to each their own, but for me, it's not my style to predict doom and gloom or to predict energy that is going to bring us down. I prefer to see things on the bright side. And, you know, I was talking about the Arcturians and the Lemurians and all that. But I prefer to see things from a winner's perspective, from the perspective of victory, where even if the card does predict, you know, death as transformation, let's say, you know, that's something that is positive. It could be challenging, but life is full of challenges. You know, what day do you go through in life that doesn't have its challenges? Like, challenges are to be expected. And, you know, even if you don't want to change, there will be challenges in your life. And if you do want to change, there will be challenges in your life. Like, life is about the challenge. You know, it's because it's causing us to grow. It's causing us to learn. One of my oracle cards is called Earth School. You know, it's an oracle card in the Starseed Tarot, Starseed Oracle, sorry. And it's called Earth School. And it's, you know, it's about us being here on Earth, you know, from whatever life we came from to whatever life we're going to. A duck just flew by. We are here to learn. We are here to learn what it's like to be human, what it's like to be on Earth. And, you know, if we don't learn it in this life, you know, chances are we'll learn it in the next life, because these are lessons that need to be learned. So, you know. All right, so let's get cards for the week ahead. Universe, guide us to receive some insight for the week ahead so that we can do better, be better, and learn better. So Monday the 4th of April, please, universe. Monday the 4th of April, 2022. Tuesday the 5th of April, 2022. Wednesday, the 6th of April, 2022. Wednesday, the 6th of April, 2022. Wednesday, the 6th of April, 2022. Thursday, the 7th of April, 2022. Thursday, the 7th of April, 2022. Friday, the 8th of April, 2022, please, universe. Friday, the 8th of April, 2022. Friday, the 8th of April, 2022. Saturday, the 9th of April, 2022. Saturday, the 9th of April, 2022. Sunday, the 10th 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 of April, 2022. 13. Death. And it's the last card of the week. Isn't that weird? I was just talking about the death card being the outcome. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like this is the overall energy, which is powerful energy. The Knight of Wands is an individual who is excited about a challenge. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is not afraid to face the fear, to do the thing. And on this Knight of Wands, there are black salamanders, and the salamanders are born of fire. They are considered magical creatures. So there isn't an energy here that isn't the embodiment of magic. So tapping into your magic to face life, to face a challenge. You know, the knight is somebody who goes into battle, goes into a challenge, goes into something that will be challenging, and does so with the energy of the wands, the fire, the passion, the determination, the drive behind the will, you know. And wands are the will. Wands are the will inside of us to do. And I do believe there's a blue sky. So, you know, the surroundings are clear to us. It is clear to us what we have to do if we allow it to be. And we can easily face a difficult situation when we are clear about our intention and what is going on around us. And then there's also the 3 pyramids here, the triangles, which are a strong foundation with the energy going up. So it's an energy of connecting to the divine from the earth. So being grounded and connecting to the divine. And of course, pyramids are also, you know, very mysterious. You know, a lot of people wonder who built the pyramids, you know, or how were they built. If we know who built them, how were they built, you know? And it's the desert, so it's dry land. So it's fire. It's the energy of fire, right? Like fire dries things up. The heat dries things up. And so we have that energy of you know, the dryness. There is no water here. It's not about our emotions. It's about facing the situation and having confidence that we can do it, having the confidence that whatever turns out with this challenge, it will be something that we will learn from and develop from. So that's the bottom of the deck card for the overall energy for the week. It's the Knight of Wands. All right, so I don't have my singing bowl today. Monday, the 4th of April, 2022, we have the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is talking about celebration on Monday, the 4th of April. And it may just be how you see the world. You know, maybe this is about rose-colored glasses, and maybe things aren't all fun and games around you, but you choose to see things from a group perspective, from a perspective that you are supported. And it's the energy of the 3 of Cups is emotion, but then so it's about you know, celebration, joy, happiness. Of course, they're the 3 women, they're together, so it's togetherness. So celebrating with a group, or celebrating, and when I say celebrating, it doesn't have to mean like, okay, we're having a party, you know, it could just be that party mentality. And when I say party, I don't mean like getting drunk and passing out. I mean like party, like a sabbat, or like a celebration. Like, let's say you celebrate Christmas or you celebrate Halloween. It's that energy that something special is happening and you are taking part in it. So this is a very good energy for Monday, the 4th of April with the 3 of Cups. Tuesday, the 5th of April. Oh, we have the 8 of Swords. And the good thing about the 8 of Swords is that well, I mean, it's hard to say the good thing about the 8 of Swords, because what this card denotes to us is that you're feeling mentally bound, because we have the 8 swords, and swords are the mind. And this individual is indeed bounded. She can't see, but she can think, right? She's thinking a lot. We have 8 swords. It's a lot of mental action going on, and it's feeling stuck. It's feeling like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. I can't even see a way out of this, but I'm thinking about it. And that's the good thing about the 8 of Swords, is that you are definitely thinking about the way out. And there's also muddy ground below. There's water and mud and a gray sky. And the gray sky can symbolize something that is unclear. And of course, the muddy ground is also, difficult to tread on. So there is definitely energy of difficulty with this 8 of Swords on Tuesday, the 5th of April. But the good thing is that your mind is going, and it's not the energy of the 9 of Swords, it's the energy of the 8 of Swords. So it's not about anxiety. It's about really, although you could allow yourself to get to the point of being anxious, it's more so, how am I going to get through this situation logically? How am I going to deal with this? If I can't see where I'm going, how can I think about where I'm going? How can I find clarity out of this gray sky? How can I find a stable ground out of this mud? It doesn't surprise me to see that card, because I often feel that way. Wednesday, the 6th of April, we have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is an energy that, following the 8 of Swords on Tuesday, going to the 9 of Wands on Wednesday, the 6th of April, we have put up boundaries in our lives, and we are, as you see, this person has a bandage on his head, and the wands have made a sort of wall, but it's clear. The sky is blue. It's a clear blue sky. It's clear to you what your boundaries are on Wednesday, the 6th of April, with this card, the 9 of Wands. And you have put in the intention, you have put in the willpower to put up those boundaries and to heal from whatever circumstance caused you pain and harm. So, and in the background we have green mountains, which symbolize growth and development and nurturing. So whatever boundaries you're putting up, they are to further your growth, further your development, further your nurturing your soul and your spirit, and coming through a difficult time with boundaries that are now put in place. Thursday, the 7th of April, 2022, we have the Page of Swords. This card has a lot of wind. As you see, the Page of Swords hair is blowing behind him, and the clouds are big and bubbly, and there's rolling hills and mountains, and this Page of Swords is carrying his sword valiantly. And so I do feel like Thursday, the 7th of April, with the Page of Swords, saying that by Thursday we have more clarity. We have the winds of change rolling in. We feel more free. We feel more alive. We feel more capable, more able. Our mind is more clear. We have one sword. It's the Page of Swords. There's enthusiasm. There's also a sense of newness, an energy of youth, where we feel more revitalized and ready to use our mind to the best of our ability. So that's Thursday, the 7th of April, with the Page of Swords. Friday, the 8th of April, we have the 7 of Cups. So with this 7 of Cups, there is the energy of choice before us. And as you see the silhouette of an individual looking at 7 cups that all have something in them. And some of them are fears that have to be faced. And some of them are, this could be the energy of love, finding a mate, finding wealth, finding victory, that unknown spiritual entity that we face. A snake could symbolize wisdom. There's a dragon, which could symbolize facing magic or facing your fears. And then there is what looks like a castle. So the energy of real estate or the home, you know. So there's a lot of decisions to be made on Friday, the 8th of April, 2022, with the 7 of Cups. And it's just about the fact that there's clarity as to what needs to be done. Even though like it's in a cloud of smoke, so it could be that this could symbolize like dream, like a dream, like dreamlike state where you don't necessarily see it with your eyes, but you don't just have physical things that you're looking at, but you have mental things that you have in mind that you want to get accomplished. And the blue sky around the cloud symbolizes clarity. So there is eventually clarity when it comes to what you want to do. The good thing about the 7 of Cups is that the choices are there. And so it is evident what we need to do on Friday, the 8th of April. There seems to be an evidence as to what needs to get done or what choices need to be made. And it doesn't have to be just for Friday, the 8th of April. It could be thinking long term for what we want to accomplish, what we want to bring into our lives. Saturday, the 9th of April, we have the 3 of Wands. I'm laughing because we only have one major and it's the Death card. And I was just talking about the Death card. So Saturday, the 9th of April, we have the 3 of Wands. I feel there's a lot of hope in this card because the individual is looking out on, it's all yellow, which is the energy of satisfaction and joy and happiness. Like when we have the sun, you know, when we have the sun coming back from a long winter, or when we see that it's a sunny day, there's an energy of hope. There's an energy of joy. There's an energy that, you know, yes, the sun's shining. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a gray day, but this card is symbolizing a sunny day. So there's the energy that things will grow, things will be built, you know, the crops will grow. And here we have water. It's actually a hill. It's a hill, and there's water in the background with boats on it. You see there's some boats, and this individual is standing on the hill watching his boats come in. So watching his ships come in, or watching the ships come in, the merchants, you know, seeing good things come into the world, into your life. And it could just be an energy of watching the world, like watching things going on. And there's the 3 wands, and I'm reminded of the pyramids. We had pyramids in the Knight of Wands card, and we have 3, which is the 3 sides of a triangle. So here again we have that solid foundation, and of course he's standing on a hill, so he's got that solid foundation. And there's the energy of 3 with the energy going up. So from the earth, things are being created and growing upwards. And of course we have the wands, which could symbolize shoots, you know, the energy of like a tree or a shoot growing up out of the ground. And it's 3. There's stability with the 3 because we have a stable foundation, and we have the 2 sides which are leaning on each other to create a firm foundation, to create a firm structure. So here we have more firmness, we have more balance, but we also have the energy of course we had the 3 of Cups on Monday. Here we have the 3 of Wands. So it's the energy of community, right? Like 3 is a community, 2 is, you know, a pair, but 3 is a community. So here, and then we have the ships coming in, so that also speaks about community, so things getting done around us. I feel like Saturday the 9th of April with the 3 of Wands is just a day where we're seeing things going on around us. And you know, he's wearing some very beautiful robes, so he's not somebody who is worried about lack. So maybe it's more so a day where we feel more at ease with our lives, and we're just watching the world go on around us, and we're just thinking and, you know, our will is firm with the 3. Our passions are clear to us, and we're just waiting. We're waiting for that rest. We're just we're operating in a more calm manner, and we're waiting for the rest. And then we have the rest with Sunday the 10th of April with the Death card, right? This is the only major arcana this week, and death speaks about transformation. And the way I've come to see the Death card, although this might not be the only meaning, is death riding on a horse is actually the ego coming to us. And the child is not afraid of the ego, and the maiden is looking away from the ego, and the religious figure here is facing the ego, praying, you know, praying to death to not take over him. And then we have an individual here who is indeed dead, and the ego is, the death is riding on the white horse, which comes in with that energy of innocence, you know. And I think what I see here with this Death card, for me, the way I've interpreted the Death card is that ego comes in like death, bringing us that energy of death, because the ego is said to make us feel questionable, right? The ego is that energy that makes us question ourselves, question our value, question what we're doing, question this, question that. And we always see the ego as this thing to be feared, you know, and the ego wants to bring in the energy of death, which is the energy of transformation, right? Because when we die, we are transformed into another sort of energy or matter. And so ego comes in, and we have to face the ego like the child, without fear, like the child here who is just facing death. Maiden is looking away, religious person is praying, child is just looking on to death, you know, and facing death. And so the ego comes in, and the ego says, you know, will you accept this, or will you be fearful like the maiden, or will you plead with me religiously like the religious priest we have here, or will you just come in with innocence like I am coming in on this white innocent horse, and will you just accept me? So will you just face your ego, and will you just accept what the ego is saying as truth, as a sort of truth, the ego's truth? And the ego is the energy that wants us to feel grounded in the 3D. The ego is that energy that we think is only on this worldly plane, right? It's the ego that we come from, you know, the stars, or we come from source to this planet, and we are given an ego, and the ego helps us operate in this 3D earthly realm. So here we have death coming in as, you know, the ego, and it feels like a death when we accept this figure into our lives. It feels like a death because we feel like we are facing something that we didn't want to face. We feel like we are facing something that will change our life completely. We feel like we're facing something that, you know, makes our heart drop, you know, makes our heart sink. Like, you know, why do I have to accept this? But, you know, just because the child is facing the energy of death with innocence and just complete, you know, giving itself to this energy, doesn't mean that it's not fearful. It just means that it's facing its fears, and it's just allowing what needs to be done, you know. So I mean, it's a lot of heavy energy, you know, to talk about Sunday the 10th of April, but it's all in how we look at it, right? Like, if we look at death with the child's eyes instead of the maiden who is looking away, or the religious person who is praying to death, you know, just like the child, you know, whatever sort of ego situation we face on Sunday the 10th of April, just know that it is part of this earth's plan, and that the ego is there to help us to transform. So I will have the timestamps for the days down below in the description box, as well as the link to Hum from the Hill, where I got my coaster. And I hope this was a helpful reading for you for the week ahead. I will see you in my next video. I don't know when that will be, but I wish you all a blessed week. If it's your birthday this week, happy birthday. Feel free to check out my monthly zodiac sign reading that I put up. And if you did like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you want to comment, I will get back to you. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss a video that I upload. Again, my name is Mo Moon. It was nice to have you here with me for this week ahead reading. I wish you all the best with this week ahead and with the energies. Remember that the energies are there for you to grow and develop and to become the best version of yourself. See you later. Bye.